my weekend ride. Switch it up, baby. You my weekend ride. You my weekend ride.
There's gonna be an Eastern European chick naked in your house, and you're not gonna do anything about that?
What am I gonna do, huh? Broadcast her over the internet?
And now, back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Back on the Big Dumb Fun Show. Thanks for hanging out with us on Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please friend, fan, follow, or just like us. We're on the MySpace, the YouTube, the Twitter, Eventful Reverb Nation. Just Google Big Dumb Fun Show, and you will find us hanging out online in all those social networking sites.
Gnurk, I got good news for you. One of our old pals, one of our good friends, Heather Physioc, right? Heather,
Yes,
welcome to the
sir.
show. It used to be Heather Bashaw.
That's correct.
And I did have a lot of fun saying Bashaw, but Physioc is good too. It's unique in its own right.
Well, I'm sorry to have robbed you of the
No,
former
that's
name.
all right. Physioc is it sounds like a Muppet a little bit, like
Muppet?
well, like the Physioc show, right? You can do like something like that. Would you think Muppet? No.
What are you asking me for?
All right, well, because I thought maybe he would know what a Muppet is.
On your own.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot. I was just trying to drag you in on that. But you have a project that you came with us. You actually came with a schematic about you're making cakes.
Yes, sir.
Which is all well and good.
Yeah.
Except you're doing it with a purpose. One, you wanted to do it during your 25th year of life.
Correct.
And two, your husband is currently away.
Yes, this is true.
Okay,
He's
these
deployed.
are these are all facts, right?
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about how this came to fruition as far as he's an Army dude.
Correct.
And he's leaving.
Yes.
Or he already left.
Well, we had gotten married in September, and he was leaving.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And he was leaving for Afghanistan in October. And being a new military wife, I knew that I would need something to pass the time.
Is there like a guide for military wives?
There should be. Actually, there probably are, but
Yeah.
since I don't live anywhere near a post, I don't have access to said guide.
Yeah.
Is there any online you can
Like the
support?
online, maybe you could make the
yes.
online guide. I
You
don't know.
know,
This is gonna be
Fortunately, there are tons of great websites out there for military spouses. Like one of my favorites is spousebuzz.com, who were kind enough to link to my cake blog as
good.
one of many ways that military wives can pass the time.
They can. 'Cause it's not like you're sitting at home doing nothing. You're a young professional. You're working here in Kansas City, right?
That's right, yeah. I work in advertising by day, but you know me from way back in the day. I can't have free time.
You're always busy
doing
doing something. I used to do the heavy frequency stuff.
Correct.
Which would take up just a huge amount of time. Were you glad to have that off your shoulders?
In a way,
Yeah.
it was sad to see it go. You guys were there when we said goodbye. That was in February 2008 at
It
the
was
final
good.
award
we
show.
we hosted the final award show, and then it was dead.
Yeah, very suddenly.
So we
with no more.
we
I
always
decided
use that
day.
we hosted the show, and then the next year it was totally dead.
Well, you hosted it a couple years in a row.
We presented.
We presented a
Oh,
couple
I
of
thought
years,
you
and then we
hosted.
actually got to host it.
Yeah, it was an honor. We had such a great time. But
Such a cool.
so you moved to St. Louis recently, though,
I lived for
because of this dude.
No, actually, completely unrelated.
No?
I moved to St. Louis on a whim to take a job out there
Mm-hmm.
that I thought was going to be fantastic, and didn't end up loving it as much as I thought.
Turns out it was in St. Louis.
St. Louis was actually radical.
You're like, I really liked it.
I was shocked. I mean, when I said I was moving to St. Louis, everybody said, "Why?
Yeah, why?
Why would you do that?"
Especially because you
The beer.
lived in Columbia.
For 5 years?
Yeah, but that was when you were going to college.
Correct.
Did you grow up in Kansas City though?
Yeah.
Okay, so you grew up in Kansas City and went to
Yeah.
Columbia, and then you were in the middle, and you must have had a lot of friends going from St. Louis to going to Columbia as well. They probably told you good things.
Interestingly,
No
I
friends?
had no friends.
It's kind of weird that way.
Interesting enough,
Everybody from St. Louis, like, oh, you're not from, you're from Kansas. Never mind, bye.
Yeah, like I don't. I just stayed in the
Basically.
dorm.
And you're in the
baked
middle,
cake.
and you're in the middle of the state, so
Yeah.
they just like collide.
So,
It's a true story.
so let's fast forward. You meet this dude.
Yeah.
Luke.
Yeah, we actually met 7 years ago at a party, and this guy got hit in the face with a brick.
Sweet.
At which point we left said party, and we just kept in touch over the years. And
He got in a hit in the face?
No, thank God.
Oh, okay.
Some other
Some other
random
guy.
You left together?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
gave
You're
him a
like,
ride
man,
home.
can you believe that guy got? Let's go.
Like, oh my God, we've got to go to your place. So that's cool. And
Did not
but
happen that way.
was he in the Army at that time, or was he in the military, or
I think he
aspirations?
was between branches of the military at the time. I think he was post-Air Force, pre-Army at the time.
So how long has he been in the military?
It'll be 9 years by the time he gets out.
Wow, I didn't know you could hop like that. So he basically
Well-
he puts in 6 years one and like another 6 in the other. or-
I think 6 plus 6 is 12, so no. But 5 years,
Good. Yeah, good thing. Right?
5 years in the Air Force, and I guess left to go to college, and then decided to
Oh.
re-enlist, and Air Force wouldn't take him for one reason or another, and Army would.
It's because of the cross eyes.
That's got to be it.
I didn't know you could do a 5-year term in the Air Force. So I guess that's on me.
I could be wrong on the numbers.
Yeah.
Wasn't there.
Who knows? But that brings you to your latest project. He's been deployed. He's been away. By the way, you were featured on the Homecoming show, right?
That's correct. I
Which
think
was actually a homegoing. You were meeting him at the airport and saying peace.
As he was being deployed.
Right. In October, he didn't think he was going to get to see his wife one last time before he left. He's stationed in Louisiana, whereas I was in Kansas City. So his parents and I teamed up, and I flew out to Louisiana, and so did they, and surprised him
cool.
at the airport.
And was Billy Ray Cyrus there?
No.
Oh.
Billy Ray Cyrus was. I did not meet Billy Ray Cyrus.
He just hosts the show.
Right. The TV crew came to film and did an interview and didn't feature any of it. But
Well,
you can see
you were on like
3
the clip
seconds.
it. Yeah, I was gonna say you were on the clip it though, right?
Yeah, we are about
Like the
3
teaser or
seconds in the beginning and 2 at the end.
Oh man.
It was good. No, I'm really glad the
But
interview.
you got to see him, more
terrible
importantly
hair.
than being on the TV
Yeah,
show.
who cares, right?
You got to see him before he was deployed.
Yes, absolutely. And, he's had his R&R since then, so
Yeah.
I got to see him for 2 weeks.
He's been able to come back to Kansas City.
Yes.
Now, and that's what kind of brings you to this. While he's gone, you had written a blog. You had blogged it up of 25 things you were wanting to do. One of which was you wanted to make a crap load of cakes.
Yes, a cake a week for a year.
Isn't that insane?
It is insane,
Yeah.
as I've learned 52 weeks into it.
Yeah. So are you almost done?
Yeah, I mean, I practically am. The 50-second cake is a monolith. It's a disaster and chaotic and beautiful.
Anything you have to you created a diagram. I can't imagine you did this with every single cake. It's like on graph paper. This is crazy stuff.
My husband was actually kind enough to draw those diagrams.
He drew
He's
the
an
cake.
artist. Yeah.
He's like an architect. He's making sure there's supports on the cake.
Yes.
I mean, how many layers of cake is this?
It is 3 layers, and each layer is a cookie inside of a pie inside of a cake. So it's 9 pieces, and it's
Cookie
all going
inside
to
of
be
a
held.
pie. It's
Yeah,
kind of like a weird dessert turducken.
correct. And you may have heard of the turducken cake.
Mhm.
Not true.
Nothing to
This is
do.
225% better than the one that thinks they're a turducken cake.
So people can read more about this at spell it all out 52cakes.com.
52cakes.com, all spelled out, or you can just Google 52 cakes, and we're up there at the top.
And so do you want to go into some of the layers a little bit? We got a minute or so. 30 seconds.
I would love to. I can go down the list. The bottom layer is called cinnamon spice and everything nice. It's oatmeal raisin inside apple pie inside carrot cake.
Good Lord.
Second layer is classic Neapolitan. That's chocolate chip cookie inside strawberry pie inside vanilla cake. And the top is something else I've forgotten.
Okay, so but there's like so many different. This is crazy of a cookie and pie. Why cakes and not pies?
Pies are hard.
That's what. Okay, that's what.
Do you enjoy
that's-
cooking?
I love it.
All right. Well, stick around. We'll talk a little bit more. We'll come back from the break. 52cakes.com. Heller Physioc in studio with us tonight. Stay tuned tonight to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Here's Evelyn Awake.
You didn't bring any cake
A
with
double
you.
shout on the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Was it hard?
spinning colors paint a picture not so easy on the eyes. Let's give it one more try, all on another, just to make it through the night. Tell me everything will be alright. Only the lonely alone tonight, telling the secrets they held inside. Face it, your moment is long since died. But I'll go on forever. Take what you wanted from me. Now you're going to leave again. It's over forevermore. Just what you wanted to see. Rip the heart out of me again. It's lying on the floor. Misdirection, telling me no lies. I can't decide what it takes to die. And it seems that things have changed, yeah. Now my world is not so dark and gray. Only the lonely alone tonight, telling the secrets they held inside. Face it, your moment is long since died. But I'll go on forever. Take what you wanted from me. Now you're going to leave again. It's over forevermore. Just what you wanted to see. Rip the heart out of me again. It's lying on the floor. Never be thoroughly as good as your character was back then. If you're going, then please just take my hand. Then take my hand. Then take my hand. Then take my hand. Take what you wanted from me. Now you're going to leave again. It's over forevermore. Just what you wanted to see. Rip the heart out of me again. It's lying on the floor. Take what you wanted from me. Now you're going to leave again. It's over forevermore. Just what you wanted to see. Rip the heart out of me again. It's lying on the floor.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
And now,
That's fun.
talk and rock.
The Big Dumb Fun Show.
Hanging out online at BigDumbFunShow.com. We are the Big Dumb Fun Show. My name is Aaron.
I'm Venkman. Applestatch Jackson in the hallway just arrived. Mark the Big Guy coming up later tonight with his big sports nuts. And in studio right now, we have Heather Physioc, formerly Heather Blashaw, that we've known for years. It's been really nice catching up with you and hearing about your cakes. In your professional life, you do a lot of like the Facebooking and Twittering, right? Like that's what you're into. You're into the advertising and the social media and all that good stuff, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Search engine optimization's my specialty, and social media.
Making
I'm
sure
a
that
junkie.
if somebody types in your client's name, it's going to go right to the top.
That's
like
right.
That's what you want to make sure that you do. Now, do you also do? Have you ever heard of the reputation guys? About a company's reputation is at stake, where they take you, if you're like say for instance a hotel with a lot of bad reviews, like they'll hire this company to go out there and somehow get rid of those reviews.
They try to push the more positive stuff to the top.
Yeah, so is that what they do? I was wondering how they get rid of these reviews and how ethical that was. So.
Well, you don't necessarily get rid of the reviews. You just try to push them down with other content that's equally valuable.
Try to bury them, basically.
Yeah.
Or do you just, I mean, in some instances, don't you respond? I mean, like especially in social, networking sites like Facebook or MySpace, where it's kind of an open forum and people could post up anything. And if they didn't have a good time for whatever reason, a lot of times they'll come up and they'll post on the Facebook for the company.
Yeah, well, it used to be one of those
Absolutely.
things you have a bad experience at a Walmart. I'm writing the manager, and like fine. But now they can get on there and they can tell the world what their problem was. Now with Walmart, they're going to be like, hey, who cares? It's a Walmart.
It's Walmart.
But if you're like a smaller boutique shop, or you're like a small business owner where this is everything for you, this could be very damaging.
Yeah,
for you,
a person could do some real damage. It's so public, it's so open, but it's also a great opportunity for these businesses to do some good and reach out to their customers. So
Now,
that's the best kind of
At the same time,
reputation
sometimes
management.
is it best for the business maybe not to say anything
just to
at all?
ignore it.
In my
'Cause
opinion, it depends on the
gives
situation.
it credibility.
I think it depends on the situation, but I think most of the time your best bet's to face it head on.
Yeah, and just
and
say,
deal with
hey,
it.
this is
Be
the
honest.
deal, and you're all a bunch of tools. So you
yeah,
can say
that's
that.
exactly what I would
That's
say.
exactly what I would say. But no, but I say this because you're on the Twitter with 52 Cakes,
Yes.
right? You're at 52 Cakes. In fact, tagged us a little bit earlier. I just retweeted your tweet of our tag.
Interesting.
Is that even legal? I don't
It's
even know how that works.
convoluted.
I think it works.
Very odd, but it's a way. And
Sounds
welcome to the
okay.
show, Kelly. By the way,
Hi.
Kelly, very upset that we didn't invite her to the Heavy Frequency Awards.
I'm really pissed.
As you remember, Gnurk, we only had 3 tickets.
That's not even
And there
true.
were 3 hosts at the time.
Yeah, so
okay,
there was
well, see,
no
then that
way.
makes slightly more sense.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, the stage was crowded enough with those egos.
We don't like to mention that third.
Yeah. And
Except they had 5 tickets.
shh, don't tell her that.
What?
All right, so
So
Kelly,
you had tickets for me and Mark and just chose not to invite us.
let's recap, Kelly. This is
No, I don't want to
to
recap. I want to
serious stuff.
discuss why I wasn't invited. You know
We'll
I
di-
love award
we'll
shows.
discuss-
Hold on a second. Okay, we'll get back to that.
Freak out! I could have covered the Heavy Frequency Awards on my entertainment report.
You could have. That'll be great.
I could have been like a sideline
You know
reporter.
what?
But we
Absolutely.
were covering it.
We were.
But I
What-
could have been.
You'll be in
I
charge
could
of
have
it.
interviewed the red carpet.
Heather,
Okay, you can do the next one.
Yeah, when's the next Heavy Frequency Awards?
Besides never?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, so
Kelly's all over that
So
one.
much for that.
Jerks.
We're with Heather Physioc, who is a military wife. That's not a brat, right? A military brat is a kid.
The child.
What's a military wife? Is there any sort of a cool?
A brat is somebody who's a child
Yes,
of somebody
yes,
in the
yeah.
military.
I'm saying
Her
not-
children will be military brats.
Do
Well,
you have kids?
would be if
You don't
he's
have
actually
kids.
getting out. No, I don't have kids,
Not
and
that you know
he'll
of.
be out by the time we have kids.
Oh, okay.
He was a military brat, though. Dad's a colonel.
He's not going to
Wow.
be. His dad's a colonel, and he's not going to be a lifer.
No, I don't think so. I
What
think
branch is he in?
he's Army now, former Air
Nice.
Force. No, I don't think he's going to be a lifer. I think he's going to get out, finish college, and
Be done
try
with it.
He was one
something
of those
else.
people that went into the service in part to help pay for college.
No, he maybe. I don't think
It's
so.
'cause his
I don't.
dad-
I think when he first went in the military, he had no intention of doing the college thing.
Yeah, he's like, well, Dad's doing it. It worked out for him. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll do it as well. But he's deployed in Afghanistan right now. You've been keeping yourself busy for 52 weeks with a
God
cake.
bless you.
A cake
Thank you.
each week. We left off, and you were talking a little bit about what the cakes were. Now,
Yeah.
the cake it starts out as a cookie
I baked all the cookies first.
that you bake inside of a pie.
Then I baked the pie with the cookies inside it.
Then you take that pie and you put that in like cake batter, and then you bake that.
Absolutely.
So it's so by the time is the cookie just toast by the time it's done?
No, my strategy was to undercook everything strategically, so
very
it would
nice.
continue to bake.
And people love cookie dough anyway.
Right, exactly. So the worst that could happen is you have delicious cookie dough on the inside.
Now the cake you're getting ready to
I
unveil
want
is
one of
called
these.
the B-52, fitting because of your husband's Air Force ties, and it's a 52 cake, and it's codenamed Behemoth. Like this is
Correct.
just a massive cake. 3 layers total, but
Yes.
each layer has like cookies and pies and cake and everything.
Did you bring us samples?
I was going to, and then I forgot them.
Oh,
jerk.
But
I will mail cookies. I
What do
promise.
52 cakes? Where does it go? You're not the biggest person.
Right
I
under your
ever-
waistline, probably.
I was gonna say because Because I would literally, you'd have to cut
Apparently,
me
you're
out of the
her
door.
taste tester.
Yeah, I've been testing these cakes, so that's how we work this out. But
Well, on me, it just kind of settles.
yeah, I was gonna say, it just all goes down. No, but
I
you're
have
not-
one piece. That's my rule. I have one piece,
You
and then
sample it to make
and
sure
then
it's
I
not
get rid of
poisonous.
it.
To make sure there's no like female hormones added to it or anything like that.
Correct.
And and you have one piece, and then you throw it away.
Get rid of it as soon as possible.
Give it
I
away.
give it away.
Oh, you give it away. Like to a charity, like to a neighbor.
That wouldn't seem to be right just to
neighbors.
throw it away.
That
I
would
mean,
be strange, though. Like,
I
here, have
have.
this cake that I took a bite out of.
Yeah. Well, that you
Oh,
should
you
have
know,
to
I
explain.
well,
it.
but part of the
Yeah.
point of the cake is in your making that connection with your husband, who's serving overseas and won't be back for.
Well, he'll be back in 2 months. He's been gone for 10 months, so he would have been gone a year by the time he left. What's really cool, though, is I was able to take some of the cake recipes and actually bake them in jars and send them overseas to Afghanistan for the soldiers.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that cool?
wonderful.
What the hell are they gonna bake a cake in Afghanistan?
No, I bake it.
Oh.
It's baked and it's in a jar, kind of like
I was gonna say,
Uncle Rusty's.
I thought you were giving like a pre-made cake, like one of the things where you just mix this together and put it in a pan. And I was like, that doesn't
No.
make sense at all. I mean, I don't know if you can bake a cake in Afghanistan, right?
I
Like you can't
kinda
in
doubt it.
Colorado. Like you
Kinda
have
doubt
to
it.
change the recipe out. and
They don't
all
have
that.
ovens or anything like that over there.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe they
They
have.
do
like,
have
location
outside,
get it.
though. It is like
One weirdo.
115 degrees there.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
sent it in a jar and I posted a tutorial on the blog. So if anybody else has a loved one who's a
And-
soldier, it's a really cool idea.
And they want to, if they want to do this, you have like a step by step, or
Yeah.
what's the deal?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a blog posted with all the steps.
It's 52cakes.com. This one is a cinnamon spice and everything nice layer. That's the first layer. And then what's the next layer?
It is the Neapolitan layer with chocolate chip cookies, strawberry pie, and vanilla cake.
Ridiculous. And the next one?
The last one's Chocolate Elvis, my favorite. Peanut butter cookie, banana cream pie, chocolate cake.
You have to come back by with some cake next time.
Definitely.
Okay? That's an excuse and
Absolutely.
an invitation for you to come back.
Soon.
You got it.
Just a photo frame. Yeah, something special takes my breath away. But for now, it's just a guessing game. And I wanna know. Yeah, I wanna know. pictures of you, 2-dimension avenue. Save me from the solitude. One more time, these pictures of you. Oh, these pictures of you, 2-dimension avenue. Won't you save me from the lonely pictures of you? All these pictures of you, 2-dimension avenue. Save me from the solitude. One more time. Well, those green eyes seize and paralyze me, and I sense you're here. It reminds me I'm alive, but I am living through these pictures of you. Just a photo frame.
This hour of the Big Dumb Fun Show is brought to you by your local Renaissance Festival, because girls have cooties.
I wrote her a love song. She wasn't impressed. I sang it sincerely, and she couldn't care less. Her halls are haunted with souls who bought it. She's typed her resignation speech before we even hit the sheets in the morning. It's time to give her what she wanted. Hold tight, hold on for life. She's a roller coaster ride, is a waiting line, so jump on it. It's alright. She has the hollow velvet curtain, only takes it if it's dirty. So hold tight. She digs the dirty, dirty. Only she's dirty, dirty, dirty. Only digs it if it's dirty, dirty, dirty. With reckless abandon and a little finesse, I caved completely just to see her undress. She likes to flaunt it. She knows they're watching. When she drops it to the floor, from the windows to the door, and they want it. But I'm on it. Hold tight. Hold on for life. She's a roller coaster ride, is a waiting line, so jump on it. It's alright. She has the hollow velvet curtain, only takes it if it's dirty. So hold tight. She digs it if it's dirty. Oh yeah, she digs it dirty, dirty. She only digs it. She only digs it. But I'm on it. Hold tight. Hold on for life. She's a roller coaster ride, is a waiting line, so jump on it. It's alright. She has the hollow velvet curtain, only takes it if it's dirty. She only takes it if it's dirty. She only takes it if it's dirty. So hold tight.
Why don't we pair up? And hit the town together. I'll be your wingman. Even if it means me taking a chubby, I will suck it up.
to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Hanging out online with the Big Dumb Fun Show at BigDumbFunShow.com. Friend, fan, follow us at the Facebook, the MySpace, the YouTube, and the Twitter.com/BigDumbFunShow.
In studio right now, we'd like to welcome to the first time to the show, Ruby from The Girls. Welcome to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. We've heard a lot about you through the social media. You're definitely a presence, and then just going to local gigs in Kansas City. So that's awesome. Where did you meet up with her first, Dad?
Well, I ran into Ruby at the Daisy de la Hoya. I had to stop over there to drop off some tickets that we had given away for that event. I made a little appearance, if you will.
Is that where you stopped off and then you stayed?
No, because I actually had to work that
Oh,
night,
okay.
so I didn't get to stay as long. I actually didn't get to see Daisy de la Hoya.
That's a shame.
Heard it was a great show.
Yeah.
And ran into Ruby, and we got to talk a little bit, and said, hey, love to have you come on the show. She was working on this event that she's got out at the American Legion in Blue Springs.
Absolutely. Well, it's very cool that we had you on. You're actually a part of a group that started out. We've had Canvas on the show before.
Yeah.
And so we knew about their, I guess what we thought it was like a fan club at the time called The Girls of Canvas. And was this your brainchild? Was this what you did?
Yeah. Well, I've been going to the Canvas shows for a long time, and I put a lot of it on my regular Facebook page and my family.
Is this as a fan of
As
Kansas?
a fan.
Okay.
Canvas.
You're not married to the band, or there's
not
nothing,
married to the
no
band.
tie, or okay.
No,
all
no
right.
ties.
You're just like a big fan of Canvas.
Yeah.
They've been around forever, haven't they?
Now, how did you become a fan of Canvas? You saw them perform, and you're like, man, these guys are the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I had a friend that brought me to one of the, well, it was friends of Sean with in Canvas, and brought me to the show. And
get right up on that microphone. I'm good.
I went to the show, and me and a bunch of my girlfriends, and we had a good time. So when the next show came up, we just kept going to them because they were just, we had a lot of fun. So I just, started posting tons of pictures of Canvas on my Facebook, and my family was like, can you guys slow down on the Canvas thing? So
like, please, we know you're a fan.
We know you're a fan.
We're very proud, but stop it.
So I
basically.
just, pretty much
She
created
actually had a
the
site
girls.
called 52 Canvases.
That's right.
52 pictures of Canvas.
So I created the Girls of Canvas because it was just tons of pictures of us going out to the shows and having a good time, and then it just kind of kept evolving into more things, and then we started, promoting them.
Yeah.
Just for fun, and then next thing you know, I was like, hey, I want to do a show.
Yeah.
You're like, where were you? You
Yeah,
were there.
You started getting into the promoting type aspect.
Yeah, well, I started promoting them, going out, handing out CDs for them, and then we went to this one show, and I was like, well, we need shirts. Let's just get some shirts with the girls written across our chest. It'd be fun.
Had to be shirts?
Yeah, we had to have some
Okay,
shirts.
all right, I didn't know.
And we showed up, and we started helping Frank with Project Backstage doing his show, which Canvas was doing the after hours.
Yeah, and
that was for the award show.
Yeah, the big award show that was like last month or June.
Yeah.
In June.
So we started, going out and just spreading the word about that, and then it just kind of turned into.
Now, when did it go from the Girls of Canvas to just the girls?
Well, that was probably about a month and a half ago. I got the LLC for the girls, actually, so I can have my own business.
Oh, nice.
But I still have the Girls of Canvas, so it's like the Girls is the company, and the Girls of Canvas is going to be like the street team to still go out.
Like a DBA of
Yeah.
that company. Like, we're still going to help out Canvas. Like, Canvas, we haven't forgot about you. We're still going to be
Wasn't
there.
there kind of a question as to are you a street team? Are you a promoter? Are
Yeah.
you
Both.
You're
Yeah,
both.
You're everything.
I'm
Anything and
everything.
everything.
That you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the girls will promote a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, the
Whatever
company,
shows
the
you're
girls,
setting up,
Yeah,
yeah.
whatever, we'll do our shows if other bands want to come and, ask us to go promote for them or, anything that deals with that. That's what the company's there for. We're going to have a lot of projects that we're going to actually start up with, doing shows or, just finding bands to help take off. I mean, I'll always have the Girls of Canvas, and everywhere Canvas will be, I'll have a booth selling our shirts and their shirts, their merch and stuff.
Cool beans. And you're just, and that was my big question, I guess, if I had, large questions. Everything is large, by the way.
For Jeff.
Is just
especially his shirts.
If you were married, if you were married to the band, if you're a girlfriend of somebody that was in the band, and this was just your way to keep tabs on the guys, like hey, we're gonna be a huge fan club, but secretly we're gonna be able to know exactly what the hell they're doing.
We're stalking.
they're always I mean, because Canvas has been around. They've been around a while. They've been in was it 10+ years or so? They've been rocking
15.
Kansas City. 15 years they've been rocking Kansas City. So it's awesome. And then they get this group behind them, along with social media. They're like an unstoppable force that's been in Kansas City for forever. So and that's great.
No, and then that kind of evolved. I mean, when we talked back in at the Daisy De La Hoya event, that was when you told me that you were doing the Rock the Farm. And in August, and we talked about having you come on the show, which is you're here tonight, which is great.
That's where we're here. Rockin' the Farm, 2011.
Yeah, you had to think about it.
Think about it for a
How long have you been up?
Well,
Today?
I did go to work last night. I had a 12-hour shift.
Oh wow!
And then you do that on top of everything you're doing
yeah,
for the girls.
I have a real
Rock the
job.
Farm.
I'm a caregiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At like a single of like one home that you have to deal with.
I work at a company and I go to different homes and I have different people that I take
That's
care
gotta
of.
be tough. Like right?
Yeah, it is.
Like, cause are these people that are not getting better?
No, they're not getting better.
Yeah.
It's not hospice care, is it?
I just
It's kinda
actually had a hospice case.
Wow.
Kind of like in-home hospice.
I can tell you, if I was on my last leg, I'd want Ruby showing up at my house.
Yeah, that's not a leg they're gonna.
I'm gonna be going to the
Canvas
show.
Let's.
I did talk about it. I let the guy listen to the music. He did like it.
Oh, he's like, this is great. He would like anything that you said, though. He said, like, you know what?
And
I'm
he had
just.
a little feedback from his hearing aid.
He's like,
These guys rock.
I'm just glad you're here.
If I lived any
I'm glad to
longer,
be here.
I'd be there.
So, talking about the farm, Rock the Farm.
Rockin' the Farm.
It's in Blue Springs.
Yes.
American
It's the American Legion, right off 40 Highway. The bands, and I didn't see it till just now, or actually a couple minutes before the show. The bands that are going to be performing at Rock the Farm, insane, blow your head off bands. Of course, you have
They're
Canvas,
great.
right?
Yeah.
Inlight going to be there.
Love them.
I know.
Straight line.
Straight line, of which we're going to have in studio for the first time tonight. Thanks for bringing them by. They're going to be in. God, there was just so many 49 Stones.
Do you want me to go over the list?
Yeah, go ahead and go over the list. Yeah, because I'm just going from memory, thinking, man, this is going to be a great show.
I do.
Well,
love them.
And it's like a minute from where I live. I could walk to your show.
It's going to be an amazing
But his
show.
wife won't let him.
She will.
He's going to have to actually go, I'm mowing the lawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she might enjoy it, especially with like Like. This is something that she would dig. She doesn't like a lot of the hard stuff, but she would totally dig. Like
I was
Like.
actually jamming out to Like today.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was
That
getting
does
ready
not
to go to
surprise me.
work, I had the Like CD on and I was rocking out.
No, and you've
heard it from a birdie. It's my jam.
You heard it from a birdie. It's a good one, especially the acoustic.
Is this an all
I know.
ages show?
It is an all ages show.
Great. So
Like's of age now, by the way.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
think all of them.
I didn't
are
mean
now.
for the bands.
We're
I meant
doing
for
it-
the audience.
It's an all ages. 10 and under, they're going to get in free at the gate. So I mean, it's a great all day, family filled, and of course, there's going to be rockers there. So.
Yeah. Well, it starts like at noon or
It
1?
starts at noon, and we're going to open it up with acoustic with Joe Green Brother. What'd you say it was? What is it?
Music Brothers.
Green Music Brothers, and then we're going to go into 49 Stones.
Yeah.
Burning Tide, and then Trip Fix, and then
because you got to get 49 Stones in before their bedtime.
They're all 21 now.
They're
and
I know. It's
so
it's
and then
a
we're
young
going
band.
to Straight Line, a Dead Giveaway, and then it's going to be Adam Evolving, Canvas, Order Number 11, and then Collapse.
Yeah.
We've also had them on the show. Collapse.
Yeah, it's just a great show overall, and so what is Rockin' the Farm? What is it? I guess is it a benefit? Is it just a big show?
It's a party. It's for people to come out and have a good time. See
Okay.
some. We're gonna have lots of local vendors out, doing some art. We're having Baka there. We're having a relief.
And that's bikers child abuse.
Against child abuse,
Okay,
and
yeah.
then we're gonna have a face painter. We're gonna have a psychic. We're gonna have Casey Wolf.
Okay,
come
I was
to
gonna
the
say,
bar.
Nice.
Casey Wolf gonna be there.
His googly eyes kind of scare me, though. I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
a tough get to do. Casey Wolf's a busy guy. So.
Yeah, we
They're
got the Wolf.
freaky.
We were hoping that they win the night before, so he doesn't get beat up.
Yeah, that would be a shame.
You
It's
should
just
get the wolf and slugger
And-
together and see if you can.
And Coco from Coco Key.
Yeah, just
Coco.
Just get them all in there. And stuff
Right.
like this mascot
I'm
brawl.
about Coco.
They
because
can have
I
like
can
a
make it
jam
happen.
session.
Yeah. All right. So when we come back, we'll hear some get some acoustic lovin', right? The Green Brothers band. Is that what we're gonna feature that? Or what are we doing? Are we gonna talk
Yeah.
Straight Line when we come back?
We're gonna do the acoustic.
Do some acoustic stuff. All right. When we come back, you want to stay tuned. It's gonna be great. You can RSVP for Rockin' the Farm. I just posted it on the Big Dumb Fun Show account, Facebook.com/Big Dumb Fun Show. You can pull up the event and RSVP and all that good stuff. More next on the Big Dumb Fun Show.
jump in.
I thought he was gonna
talk to you.
Yeah, that's what. What? That won something, right?
They won the beer pong tournament.
That's right.
His word.